Hello guys and welcome. Today I am doing a get ready with me with some new products and some old favorites. I absolutely love doing these videos because I get to test out a few new products but also, use some of my favorite go-to. And that's all. That's what we're doing today. It's going to be chill, relax, grab something to drink. You could also grab your makeup. We could do it together. So let's get started. Starting off with a lip stain. I do this pretty much every single day. And I'm going to take a little bit of the lip stain. This is the Wonderskin in the shade Lovely. I went through so many tubes of this color. I love it. I like to apply the lip stain first thing before anything else because I will put other lip products on, liners and things like that. But this gives me a base layer, something that will be there throughout the day, even if the products on top disappear. So I love starting with a lip stain. I'm just going to let this dry for a little bit and then wipe it off. Left that on for maybe a minute. And I'm going to remove it with a little bit of water. I've done this so many times on camera. So I'm sure you guys know the drill. Here is the stain applied. I love this color so much. If you want more pigment and more intensity, you could apply another layer and that'll give you more of a bold look. I personally love this soft kind of stain. Let's move on to the foundation. And today I'm going to share with you guys an amazing brand new release from Wonderskin. And I'm actually working with them in this video to share with you guys their new Hyper Bond Serum Foundation. Guys, this foundation is so beautiful. I've been testing it out for quite some time. I've actually worn this foundation in multiple videos because I've been testing it out for a while. And I've had a lot of comments asking what was I wearing because the foundation looked so beautiful. So a couple of things about this foundation. This is a very long wearing foundation. It does have skincare ingredients in it. And the thing that I find very interesting is that it is self-setting. So they have worked with some powders in them. That way it is very long lasting, blurring, and very smoothing on the skin. And when you hear those claims, you wonder, is it actually working? But this one, it really, really does. I am actually gonna skip the primer. I have my basic skincare underneath. I did that maybe an hour ago, so we're gonna go straight with the foundation. I do have here 3 shades. The shade Bliss has been my go-to shade, and honestly, it's the only one I've used because it has worked on my skin tone so well. Look at that color. It is a perfect color for me. I am a little bit more tan now than normal. So let me swatch the other ones that I have. I have Moonstone here. By the way, the packaging is very nice. It is in a frosted glass bottle with a cap. It's just very sleek, simple. I like it. Here is the color Moonstone. You can see it right there. Definitely lighter. And then I have a deeper shade to show you Mesa. Mesa is actually a shade that may work for me right now. I'm quite tan, like I mentioned. I may combine these two. We'll see. I'll start with the one that I've been wearing. And if we have to darken it up, we'll go with that one. But if you are my normal shade, I would go with this one. It is a perfect shade match. I'm just going to pump a little bit on my hand. And I'm actually just gonna swipe it on. I think this may work. Maybe just a dot too light, but we'll see. No, I think we'll make it blend in. I don't want to look too dark. Just look how smooth the foundation applies. The finish is more of a natural finish, natural to radiant. It does go on a little bit glowier, but it does completely set down. So that glow that you see, it's still like moisturizing, but it does set down a little bit. It is so smoothing, so blurring. And I think probably the most special thing about this is that it's not drying at all. When I hear powders in a foundation, tends to scare me, but I don't know how they came up with this formula, but it works. It is so beautiful. It is so smoothing on the pores, which is one of my main issues. You guys know that. And it is not heavy at all. The texture of it, let me feel it again. It's quite creamy. It's not runny or watery, but it feels almost a little bit whipped. It doesn't feel thick at all. So once you blend it in, it kind of feels like a really nice cream moisturizer. Yeah, look how beautiful that is. Okay, let's apply a little bit more. You can build up this foundation, by the way. If you need a little bit more coverage, you can add a little bit, and then you can pat it so you can apply a little bit more coverage in that section. Like I have some imperfections here, and then you can blend it out. I'm gonna do half of my face first and then the other. The coverage, I would say it is a medium coverage first time you apply it, but you can build it up. Like you guys saw here, I was able to build it up a little bit. But first swipe, I would consider this more of a medium coverage, which is my perfect coverage in foundations. And it looks so smooth, so absolutely beautiful. Let's zoom you in. Here we have the foundation. And remember, there's no primer, no pore filling, anything, which I usually use, but it is so smooth and blurring around my pores. It is starting to set down. I would say it takes about 10 minutes to fully set down. It is moisturizing. In the end, it will be more of a natural finish. You can kind of see the glow. And that doesn't fully go away. You're still going to have this kind of radiant look to you, but the finish will end up being natural and completely set. And it is so smooth. I think my favorite aspect of the foundation is how smooth and blurring it is without it being a full matte foundation. So they were able to really balance that really nicely. And it doesn't feel heavy. It feels very light on the skin. This foundation is also non-comedogenic, so it will not clog your pores. It is waterproof, it is transfer proof, 12+ hour wear, and I have tested all of that. Okay, I've been testing out this foundation for quite a bit now to make sure that it's something that I love, that I want to share with you guys. And it is absolutely true. This will last all day long. It doesn't matter what I'm doing that day. Even if I'm going to the gym and I happen to have foundation on, which I don't like to do that, but if I do, if I go lift weights or something like that, the foundation will still be on after, which is amazing. Did you guys see how fast that was to apply? I'm just gonna build it up right here on my cheek a little bit and on my nose. I am just using a pretty dense brush. It is the 101 from BK Beauty. And I've used a sponge with this. I've used a lighter, fluffier brush. I prefer something like this. That's just personal preference, but it works with pretty much any application that I've tried to. If you use a sponge, it'll give you a little bit more of a softer coverage, just because the sponge will soak a little bit. But even that can be built up. Here is the foundation applied all over the face. It is so seamless, so beautiful. It just blends into the skin. It doesn't feel much like anything. I don't feel it heavy at all. I don't feel it sticky or wet whatsoever. I think it is so beautiful. The foundation is cruelty-free. It is vegan. It has absolutely no scent, no fragrance, no alcohol. It is talc-free, and it is pretty much for all skin types. I personally have more natural to dry skin and it works great for me, but I think this would work so beautiful on oilier skin as well because of those powders that absorb the oils throughout the day. And yeah, it is also $42, I forgot to mention, and it launches October 8th. So that is today. I will have everything in the description box down below. Go check it out. I think it is a beautiful, stunning new foundation. Let's move on to Make Beauty. They sent a couple things over. And I do have their skin tint. We'll test that out a different time. But they sent over their concealers that I've heard really good things about. And I do have some eyeshadow right here. So let's try these concealers. I have the shade Light W and Medium W, so shade 4 and 5. I have heard great things about this concealer. Ooh, the tube is pretty big. This looks like a hefty concealer. Let's try the shade 04. Ooh, that's gonna be a good color. A little light for me maybe right now, but I think usually that's gonna be a good shade. And then the shade 5 right there. This looks very thin, almost like a serum concealer. I am gonna put the shade 4 first. Let's see how that works. I have never tried anything from Make Beauty. I have heard great things about it and kind of always wanted to try something, but it just kind of slipped my mind. And there's just so many new products around. But when they reached out, I was like, oh yes, I really want to try some products. Okay, that blends in really nicely. It looks very hydrating under the eyes. That looks very, very glowy. May have to set the under eyes. But looks really nice. Again, quite hydrating. Just taking the foundation brush to make sure that everything is blend in together. The concealer to me looks to be more a light to medium coverage. It is not full coverage. It is quite glowy. So I definitely feel the need to just powder right there. But it does look beautiful. I would have to test it out a little bit more. I am somebody who absolutely loves more of a medium coverage concealer. Sorry, I have a tickle. And I don't want to ruin my makeup. So far, it looks really pretty. What do you guys think? I kind of think this is going to be one of those kind of everyday lighter coverage concealers. If I wear maybe a skin tint or something like that, this concealer would work really well with that. But it is very hydrating and nice under the eyes. But I do have a strong desire to powder under the eyes right now. Just taking my La Prairie powder. I don't want to touch the foundation because I absolutely love the finish of that. And having to set my concealer is something that I do no matter what. So this is not anything bad. It's something that I will do with every single concealer I have. Okay, that looks really beautiful. It looks very natural in a good way. You can see how much glow this one has here compared to here. Okay, that looks really, really beautiful. The skin is skinning right now. It looks really, really nice. I love it. Okay, that's exciting. I'm always up to discover new concealers. For contour, I'm just going to take my Westman Atelier contour stick. This is in the shade Biscuit. And I'm just going to kind of sculpt the face a little bit right here. I actually have the new KJH lip contours. What are these called? Precision Sculpture Stylo. And I actually have used them. I mainly use them for my nose contouring and the lips, and they're so good. I'll use one of them to show you. I kind of forgot about them. Otherwise, I probably would have used them all over my face, but I'll still be able to show you on the lips. It's what the Rhode lip liners should have been, or I wished they were more like this. Let's get into these KJH Sculpting Precision liners. I have all 5, if I can find them. She came out with 5 different colors, and they are definitely geared towards your skin tone. You don't have to purchase all of them, obviously. So some are for deeper skin tone, they're supposed to kind of mimic shadows, so you can easily contour your lips, your nose, use it as a shadow, and I will actually do that today. Let's start. Actually, let me swatch them all for you. They come in a little pencil, right, like this. It is a little chubby, not too much, and they are creamy and blendable, but these last so much longer than the Rhode one. So that's the lightest one. That is Etch, beautiful shade. Then we have Chisel. This is what I've been using a lot. Engrave is the next one, which has a little bit more warmth than Chisel. Next we have Carve, which is even deeper. And then we have Forge, which is very dark. And I love to see that for deeper skin tones. So these are the colors. Obviously, if you are around my skin tone, I would stick with the top 2 ones. Let me show you the lightest one with it, which is Etch. I'm gonna take this and go and contour my lips. It is such a beautiful color. And down here. Really, nearly easy. It's blendable. It just shapes your lips. Let's put a little bit around the nose as well. I know I already contoured because I forgot, but this will show you how easy and fast it is to use the products. Just doing the tip right now, and it just blends right in. Let me show you Chisel. I'm actually going to add a little bit more on my nose and right here on the lips, right up here. And let's use a brush, why not? This is quite of a fluffy brush, but you could get a more precise brush. It's just what I have right now. You could even use your fingers to blend all of this out. They're so easy to work with. For the lips, I will just use my finger. It's so beautiful. And I'm actually gonna take it around the eyes and contour my eyes with the shade Chisel. It works so well. Just taking a fluffy brush and blending that out. You can absolutely use these as your shadows. That's how I've been using the darker ones. And I think they're so beautiful and easy to work with. I'm actually going to use my finger for this one. How easy is that? Love these. Longevity-wise, it is decent, actually. They are much more long-lasting than, again, we keep comparing it to the Rhode, but it's just true. I really was hoping those would be what these are. These are more long-lasting. They still have that blendability and that slight transparency. Like, these are not super intense. They're so easy to work with. And you can literally use your fingers to blend them out. They're just easy to work with, but they also set. If I could only pick one color, I think this would be it. So if you're curious about what color you should get if you're around my skin tone, I really like this one. I think it's perfect. But on the eyes, I do want a little bit more darkness. I'm going to take the shade Carve and use it closer to the lash line. And I will take a pencil brush right here, or a smaller one, a pencil brush, and blend this out. and use my fingers. You're not gonna get a super tight line. That's not what these are. These are to kind of shape your eyes. So good, right? And it's so easy. Okay, those are the new products from KJH. Love these so much. I think my favorite release from her so far. I've been keeping them in my purse. Actually, for this video, I had to go take them from my purse. Yeah, I think they're beautiful. I'm taking a little bit of a bronzer. So this is the VANNGO bronzer, and I think it's slowly becoming my favorite bronzer. And in my review, I liked it, but I don't know. I was like, well, it's not taking over my other bronzers. And I don't think it is. Like, I still prefer something with a glow, but the color, it does something to my skin. It is a little bit deeper, but I actually am loving it. So it's been a bronzer that I've been reaching for almost daily. I feel like it does something to my skin, and I think you guys have noticed that as well, because in my review of this brand, you guys loved the bronzer. Yeah, I think it just makes everything blend, mainly with my chest and everything. I've been loving it. For the blush, I think I want something matte. I don't want something glowy because I do have the new Chantecaille holiday collection. There's 2 highlighters, and they sent over also a eyeshadow product, which I'll show you. But because of that, I kind of want a soft matte blush, and I think I'm gonna go with the YSL. This one is in the shade 6. It is so beautiful. I'm just gonna take a little bit and slowly add it to the cheeks. It's so blurring and soft and elegant. I really like this YSL formula. And I've been loving the shade 23. This is stunning as well. This is such a beautiful everyday color, mainly for my skin tone. I don't think it's too warm or too cool tone. It's a beautiful kind of nudie shade on me. Now let's try these new cheek lights from Chantecaille. I have here 2 colors. First of all, the outside box has these kind of bubbles on, and on the actual packaging, it also has it. It's definitely very kind of party holiday, beautiful packaging. I really like it, but you do get prints on it right away. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. The 2 colors that I have here, this one is Cheek Light and this one is Radiant Blush. Oh, I had a blush here and I did not know. I thought they were both highlighters. Oh no, bummer. That's okay, no worries. Let's swatch the highlighter. It looks super intense. Oh, but it blends out. It feels so smooth. It feels like that baked formula. Can you guys see? Let's swatch the blush. Honestly, they're both kind of highlighter-ish. They're very glowy. So this is the lighter one and then the rosy one. They're very, very smooth. I don't see any glitter. And look at that. My goodness. Chantecaille does such beautiful powders, guys. I know they're so expensive, but there's something so unique about their powders like this. Now I'm conflicted. What should we use? I kind of want to use this one. Let's just see what it does. I'm going to take a fluffier brush, like a fan brush, take some off, and I'm just going to go right here. Oh my goodness. That is really beautiful. Not too intense. It does give you that rosy tone. I'm going to apply a little bit more. This is very elegant, very beautiful. Okay, so that is the rosy one. It is very smoothing over the pores. I don't see texture or anything. It does have that pinkish shift to it, so you have to like that. I'm actually gonna do the other color on this cheek. I'm just cleaning my brush real quick. I'm gonna take the cheek light, take some off, and then we're gonna go right here. Okay, so this one is a lot more intense because it is a lighter color. Same beautiful formula, but a whole lot lighter. Here is the rosy highlighter. I'm not even gonna call it a blush because to me it is like a highlighter. It's really beautiful. And then the lighter one, definitely more intense, but still really, really beautiful. Which one do you guys like more? I think the formula is spectacular. It is so smooth. Like when you blend it in, it is very, very smooth. And it has not emphasized my pores at all. Okay, I'm gonna try to even these out a little bit. We're gonna put a little bit of rosiness here. I'm gonna glow from the heavens. And then a little bit of the lighter ones here. Okay, that is really beautiful from Chantecaille. Very smooth formula. You do not need both. You just need one color. You don't even need one color. But if you are curious about this beautiful release, it is really, really beautiful. The effect, it kind of reminds me of the older Chanel highlighters. They were super blurring and soft and not glittery and smooth. Kind of reminds me of that. I think they're beautiful. I'm actually going to put one in my makeup bag because I am traveling. So packing my little go-to makeup bag, and I'm going to stick one of these in there because it's so nice. They also came out with some liquid eyeshadows. I only have one color here, and this is in the shade Prairie, I think. This is the color right here, and they do have other options, but this is the only one that I have. And it is quite light and bright, but once you blend it in, it becomes kind of that soft color. It is very smooth, very, very smooth. It does have the tiniest bit of sparkle through it, but it's so elegant. It is not intense at all. Wow, it looks wet. I think this is going to be a beautiful kind of one and done shadow. They have a bronzier one. I want that color. I think I'm going to pick that color up because I think that one will be perfect for a one and done shadow. And if I pair it with this one, that will be really beautiful. Now, before I apply this all over my lid, I do want to swatch these Make Beauty eyeshadows. Oh my gosh, this is massive. These are single shadows. Oh, wow. It looks like crushed diamond in there and pearls. Ooh, wow. I have two colors. I have quartz and the other one was glaze. I have to say that the packaging is very luxurious. Oh my goodness, that's quartz. And you get a mirror. Okay, so these are the two colors that I have. I'm so excited. Okay, let's swatch this. These are very, very pigmented. Okay. Wow. That is definitely intense. Those are the two colors. Whew, that is so intense. That is something else. Okay, I don't think I have single shadows like these that are quite as intense. I'm kind of mesmerized by these. You know what I'm going to do? Because these will take over the Chantecaille one, I'm going to put the Chantecaille one first, just as a base layer to see, because I do think that this is going to be a beautiful shadow. I'm going to blend this with a finger. I think this is going to be a beautiful everyday shadow that is not quite as intense as the Make Beauty. Ooh, but I'm loving that. That Chantecaille one is beautiful. It feels very smooth and creamy. It has a little bit more substance to it. It's thin, but almost, I don't want to scare you to call it sticky, but it seems like it has some grip to the eye. And that it blends in so nicely. Wow. I have to get more colors. I have to. If you like a smooth eyeshadow, a kind of one and done that is very, very smooth, that will go over lines or wrinkles or texture, this is beautiful. Yes, is it expensive? Absolutely. But I think I'm going to go and purchase the bronzy one. That is the liquid Chantecaille color, and that's all you need. Just need this, and I would be good. I don't know. I truly don't want to get into these right now. Maybe I'll take the glaze color and kind of tap it on top of it. I'm not going to go with a quartz because it's just too intense. Okay, so this one I can tap and it's not going to be quite as opaque of a pigment. It just looks wet and it gives a lot more oomph to the eye. Okay, that's pretty. That's really pretty. You can see here the difference in intensity. Okay, I'm liking that. Okay, I'm not so scared anymore. It's not that I'm scared of the pigment in general. It's just I didn't want to have too much on my eyes because I do have to go somewhere after. And I didn't want to be, I don't know, super sparkly and intense, which I am sparkly, but I think it's very manageable. This glaze color is really beautiful. I feel like this is a holiday look now because we're all kind of sparkly. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna leave the eyes here. I'm gonna go do my brows real quick and put mascara on. The brows are boring, the same old, and then I will finish the lips with you guys. Finish the brows, put some mascara on, and here is the look overall. I definitely feel very sparkly with my eyes. I didn't realize how intense both of those products are, but it's pretty, it's bright, it's fresh, it's not complicated, and I'm liking it. I do feel the need to add a little bit more blush. Yeah, I agree. Let's go into the color 27 now because it's here. I have it. And I just want to add just a little bit more of this. Yeah, I think that brought a bit more life to my cheek. Last thing is the lips, and I actually have my little makeup bag right here, and I kind of want to go for these new YSL lip oils. I've been wearing them for, I want to say, a week or two, and I really like them. This is the lighter one. I don't know where my darker one is. I found it. It's right here. This is so beautiful and sparkly. These two are new. These are their plumping lip oils. So they've got some plump, but look at that sparkle right there. And then the lighter one is more pinky, pearly almost. You don't see it that much, but it's right there. I think these are the new YSL holiday collection, and there's two other lip balms, but I kind of want to use this one, the more sparkly one. I don't know the actual color on it because this is just numbers here. It doesn't have the actual name, but I will link it down below. So let's put this one. Wow, so sparkly. This is one that I've been using, by the way. It definitely has that pink shift in it. Pink and gold shift. It is really beautiful. And these will 100% be plumping in just a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit more of this Precise Lip Smudger, whatever it's called. It is in the shade Etch. And going back around. That's it. I'm not even going to smudge that out. I actually like it like that. That's it. I think I'm gonna leave the lips there. Should we add, you know what? Let's add a little bit of the lighter one as well. Right in the center. Wow, that is so light. This is like a winter makeup, you know, because it's so bright and sparkly and white. I'm feeling the plump. I'm feeling the plump of these oils. I personally love them. It makes my lips look absolutely massive. And I can put up with the plump, but if you're sensitive, do not touch these lip oils. And here is the finished look, and I think everything turned out really well. I did use more new products that I thought I would, but yeah, there was just a lot of products that were sent to me or I picked up. But let me tell you my top 3. I mean, number 1 has to be the Wonderskin Foundation. I think it is so beautiful. I would never accept a sponsorship with a product that I don't absolutely love. When they reached out, you know, I was like, I don't know, send me the foundation, let me test it out, I'll let you guys know. And I ended up loving it so much. It's right here in my everyday makeup. So this has to be my number 1 product. The second one is the KJH lip liners. That's not the name of it. Precision Sculpture Stylo. Okay, I was so off this whole time. But these are my number 2. And, oh, I think my number 3 is this from Chantecaille, this single shadow. I thought that was so beautiful, very smooth on the eyes. And yeah, I think it performed incredible. I just have to test out the concealer a little bit more. I like the way it looks right now, but I have to test it out, see how it wears and all that. So I can't really fully recommend that yet. And obviously the eyeshadow, I've used them just a little bit, not too much, but yeah, everything turned out well. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Everything will be linked down below for you. And leave me your thoughts down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.